Hi everybody, my name is Jonas, and with this video I'm going to give you a brief introduction to the AjiL tool for the ECSA 2018 tool demonstration track. AjiL is a graphical model-based tool which enables you to create microservice architectures. So let's start with the overview diagram. The AjiL editor, which I've opened here in this window, provides you two diagram types. First of all, the overview diagrams. The overview diagrams basically depicts each service in your microservice architecture and the relation between them, the relations between them using edges. And the interfaces are depicted as small bordered circles here. So what we can now do, please note that this diagram is the same as in the paper. We can now add, for example, a new security service using the toolbar on the right and draw a secured by edge from this customer service to this secured service, which basically indicates that somehow this customer service is now secured by the service here. In the generator, we are realizing this edge using the OAuth2 protocol. Besides the toolbar on the right, you find the property window in the lower half of the window, where you can, for example, change the port number here. Please note that the port number here is 8888. The cargo service in the center of the diagram has the same port number, and the underlying meta model of the modeling language indicates that it's not possible that two services in the same microservice landscape are listening on the same port. So when we now validate the diagram, we see two red crosses here, which indicate that the Unix service port constraint is violated. If I now change the port number, for example, to 6633 and validate again, the red crosses are gone. Besides these overview diagrams, the editor provides means to model the inner parts of a functional service, which is indicated by the small diagram here. So there's already a diagram. And I can go into that with open cargo service diagram. And this diagram basically models the inner parts of the service. So this cargo interface here, the green box, is the same as this bordered circle here. We have some entities inside it. We have an interface, and we, for example, could add a new, let's add a readability, which indicates that this cargo interface now has the ability to read, and we have to draw a subject edge, locations, for example. Please note that you can, of course, move every object freely in the editor and align the edges and objects whatsoever according to your needs. You have toolbar menus to create interfaces and so on. And for example, you can't add an entity to an interface, but only to a domain model. So this type of helpful guidance is also integrated in the editor. So if I now save the internal diagram here and the overview diagram here, they're both stored or persisted inside this file here. So like all the Eclipse Modeling Framework editors, the AjiL editor is relying on the XMI notation here. And basically what's coming out of this graphical representation is this textual representation here. For the generator, I'm sorry for the bad usability, but for now you have to copy this file to the generator project, which I've already done. Well, I've prepared a different model to be, it's a different model, I'm sorry. Whatever, it's also an RGMRT model, a little bit shorter. And the generator is based on the Asaleo template-based generation language. And when I run it now, you have to select the main class. Please note the gen folder here. Your whole system stub is generated based on the information in your modeling file. You have to hard code the name of the file actually in the main class. So the generator currently does not provide a nice usability, but it's working. These are the main features of the AjiL tool. Of course, you could create your own generator or even adapt the generator or enhance it whatsoever. Feel free to do so. We have a more detailed set of videos on our YouTube profile. Feel free to watch them, and thanks for listening.